What is up? All right. So, finally, another stream. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm probably pretty loud. Let's turn that down. Oh wait, this isn't. Wait. Okay. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. Hopefully that isn't too loud. Okay. Welcome everybody. So we're gonna. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's start this. So, Nova versus Luweg. Pretty interesting matchup. I'll tell you that. And it looks like Luweg's going second. And let's get started. Uh, so Nova, pretty good player, won the last tournament, which was the final tournament of the 2022 SBR. So he is in the loses right now. Let's see if he can climb his way back up. But he has to face a very formidable opponent, which is Luweg. And Luweg immediately going full zones. Pretty interesting. Oh my goodness, Trollic. Whoa. Okay. So as you can see, Luweg is playing some sort of whack Sindel deck, and Nova's playing like 3-star Gaius maybe, or something along the Gaius spectrum. But as you can see, Luweg is like this is interesting. Trollogram paired with Bonbeak, which is basically a Bowl Warder. But Nova makes the very smart move of bringing in a for sale sign so that he can kind of he doesn't have to deal with the double hit that he has to make for that, and can just deal a even blow. Interesting. I don't know. Trollogram is a really unique setup because I it just is. And Luweg opting to not take the Bonbeak back, which is pretty interesting since it's only 2 stars, but I can understand why as we get the Skull Queen, and that is able to pierce that. And Luweg's probably planning to set up that Skelligast loop. And now Nova's going in for a 3 spoons. And interesting. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is like the control-y version. So he's going to get rid of Help a Belt, which is interesting because, like, this is just a weird. He's taking Omniplanetary Top Hat, which is actually probably the better choice between, not in Floating Rock. But I'm surprised they even kept it in his deck. But now he's going for the Deep Space Lighthouse combo, which is going to allow him to do that. And so this is Gaia's Control. And what a neat thing going on there. He starts off with the for sale sign to get the Bonbeak, and then he shoves back the Skelequeen. So we've seen double of this happening, and it's keeping the points even, as you can see. Oh, I can click this? I'm not going to click it. That would be kind of not good. So yeah, and it's really interesting to think about it. Like he's basically playing around this trollogram, and I think that's actually probably the smartest move ever because. But here's the and well that's another. So now he's gonna kill the Skeleton Queen, which is actually perfect for him because that's all he needs. But what's so interesting is that this also works on Skelgast. So that's concerning, and that's also just I don't know. Trollogram is just such a unique card, and I think it's actually being used pretty effectively in this deck. And it actually works for all the Skelly cards. Huh. Now he's going to bring out 2 resource zones. He's either going to play a permanent resource or he's planning on having some sort of counter. Now Skelgas will, of course, go for the Skeleton Queen combo. And now they're going to swing. There's a Narada. Oh, and then here we go. Now, I will say that might have been a misplay since, well, I don't think that was a misplay. That was fine. But I will say that he didn't really need 2 resource zones since Trollogram is there. So that was kind of meh. But hopefully it'll work out for him, like, in the future. He'll be able to put these 2 resource zones to good use. Also, I can't read the chat. Might be able to pull it up on my phone. No, I can't. Never mind. And what is he doing? Oh, he's doubling his creature zones. Should have streamed this on Twitch. I know there's a way they can stream it both on YouTube and on Twitch. That would be pretty neat. Oh, and that was his entire turn. So now they're just kind of like generating zones. Oh, here we go. So for that activation activated activator. And now Luweg is considering bringing back Skeleton Queen, but I can also see where he might be hesitating because Nova could easily have some sort of counter to that. And then his double thing probably means that we're assuming that he has activation activated activator. So I think that is a pretty tough decision for Luweg to think about. Like, oh, so instead he's, or maybe I thought wrong, or maybe he had both options. But anyway, Universe Boundary coming out to kill Orboff. Okay. So maybe he didn't have an activation activated activator. Maybe that was his thought. I'm not sure what that's trying to do. Like, I can kind of see the point, like, you know, getting it out of the deck so that you can bring it in emergency situations. Oh, yeah, he didn't even have 2 battle zones when... Oh, whoa. Droplets... Oh, and here we go. Beast of the Black Hole. And he doesn't have an activation activated activator. Wow. So he made another resource zone simply to bring out Orba. And now he's going for a Thornkabork. And gonna gain a single point. Which is kind of whack. I don't know why you would just gain a single point. Maybe he just doesn't have any other creatures. Luweg is thinking. I don't know what... Okay, so no response. I mean, I guess He might have thought about some sort of removal option, but I don't see why he would kind of do that. But that's just whatever. And now Skullgas coming out for the combo because he's probably assuming that like the Beast of the Black Hole is now gone, so now he can just go in, and he is correct, as Nova does not counter, and he gets a free 4 points. I will say these guys are burning through their decks pretty fast, I will say. Or maybe this is normal. Galaxy Crash. Coming out for the Galaxy Crash. And we see everything go kaboom. And I love how the Trollgram has basically been like forgotten. And it does have the weakness of it needs to be killed by an attack. And look at that. What another interesting play. Using a sapling squaws. So I do feel like maybe then I'm wondering if this entire deck focuses on getting the strong creatures from their opponent and then kind of just making some headway with just 1-star creatures. Although I could be wrong. He probably has one or two guys like Super Flooper. But Sapling just gonna keep chipping away. I will say that Luweg has every opportunity to bring out Orbuff. That's definitely a good option that I can see. And not only is it good, but it also is protected by Trollogram, technically. Now, here's the thing. I will say that Nova definitely has burned through a lot of his resources. Erratic Void, Beast of Black Hole, Galaxy Crash, all those things. He probably has another Erratic. So that's good. But he's already burned through that. And he's also burned through his first sale sign. And interesting move, taking Phantom Matter for the Thorngabork, because that actually, I would say that probably makes a bit of sense, because he's probably assuming that this doesn't have a lot of that strong cards that need a Phantom Matter that can use Phantom Matter to its fullest potential. Or maybe he just doesn't have any other options and he's just trying to get rid of it. And there we go. There's the Super Flooper. Killing the Thorngabork because of its ability. That's smart usage. And he's going to bring out Tamagrob, which is actually going to get rid of the Trollogram once and for all. But Planetary Field protects that. Does he have a response? He is thinking, so he must have a response, but he seems a little... I think this is a fantastic move. Being able to just swing for 8. That's going to put you pretty far up. And Planetary Field doesn't do too much. It really just stops you from attacking. So, what an amazing move. But he's not going to respond. So, he might have not had the AAA, but that would have been a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion, to just leave 8 points in the dust. But he might be preparing for something. You never know. And that Tamagrob is just so helpful because... well, actually, you know what? Huh. Interesting. So now Luweg, I don't know what he's thinking right now. He might have just gotten that planetary field, which probably doesn't spell good news for him. He might not have a good hand. He can always bring out Orbov, I'll tell you that. Like, once again, just, it's as simple as bringing out Orbov. And that can just stall for another turn. But we'll see what happens. He's going to bring out the Pelfam, but actually opting to bring back the Trollogram, which is and then he's going to kill the Super Flooper, which is going to force Temagrob to kill itself unless Nova is able to put something on the board. And that's going to be Gla, which is going to remove Pelfam. And we see Temagrob just being able to swing for that and then kill Gla, unless he opts not to attack. And I wouldn't be surprised if Luweg brings out the Orbov just to stop that anyways. But we will see. And Temagrob gonna come in. And this is actually a pretty weird, interesting move, because he can either play an activator, or oh my goodness, he can either play an activator. There's always that option. He can bring in Orbov, and then what's gonna happen? I'm pretty curious. So Temagrob's going to no attack. He's going to refuse to attack. And that's actually good, because consider it. You first move your creature into the battle zone and then you target. So he was actually playing pretty smartly, instead of just, whapping out the marker just to do that, because that would basically mean that you would just go through that the battle zone and that in one turn. Instead, he opts to do that, see what happens, and then instead of targeting, he chooses whether or not he wants to do that. It kind of just shows how these mechanics are really nice, because you don't have to fully commit to battling as long as you do not target anything. You can move into a battle zone, but you don't have to target. I never really thought about that, but that's an interesting realization. And Charge Blaster is going to come out and is going to kill the Temagrob, which is actually a decent way of removal, and then Orbov's going to finish that board off. Just trying to get rid of all those cards. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if he still has like a second copy of one or two of these. Probably a second copy of Super Flooper, but not Temagrob. Probably has a second copy of all of these. Probably a second copy. And here we go. Omniplanetary Top Out to kill Orbov. And then allow Super Flooper to go in full strength. Will Nova... Oh, but the Beast of Black Hole comes out. What's going to happen? Does he still have that activator? This would probably be an even better time to use it rather than the 8-point swing. Although I definitely feel like that would have been the better option, as that would get you to 17, and then you would have been... and here we go. Wait, what? Okay, that doesn't make sense. And he's going to bring out, he's going to use Forces of Justice. to bring out Skelligast. Different timing? Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Anyways, the Skelligast combo comes out, and it's gonna swing in. And this isn't looking too hot for Luweg now, as his only option has been thwarted by a point turret. Okay, well, with that move, I can kind of see the annoyance, or the reason why people want to get that thing off the charts. Star Path is going to allow him to chug through those cards to try to find something to stop this combo. And probably looking for a Galaxy Crash. Oh, but he's using... Oh, okay. The Secret of the Flowing Rock. Okay. That's a neat combo. I like that. So that's allowing Nova to take control of Skelequeen. And he's actually brought out the Trollogram again, so that's actually going to make it tough for Nova, because now he can't just hit the Skelligast. Interesting. I'd say probably a good option is to maybe bring out a Phantom Adder right now if he has any. Oh, looks like he miscounted. That might not be good. Change from 1 to 0. And a KO to get rid of both of those things. Wait a sec. Oh, I misread that. I thought it was like a Bull Warder, but that's actually an even better Bull Warder, honestly. Oh, and now he's going to restart it with Forces of Justice again. That's pretty evil, honestly. He's going to pay 1 star, and he's going to bring out Bonbeak to go in for the full. He's going to use... So now Nova's running out of options. This kind of looks like a losing battle, unless he has some last crazy combo that he can whip out. He could always have Abomination Tomb to bring out another Super Flooper. Dang. Seed Blaster coming out, which is actually going to make this difficult for Luweg to kill it, as it'll just allow Nova to throw out some combos on his Gaius, on his Sindel creatures turned into Gaius creatures. And he's going to go for the Skelligast. Interesting play, but I can see why, because as the Skelequeen is doing that. But, of course, Trollogram is going to refute that, which is kind of unfortunate. But I can see why he tried to do that. Now, of course, Luweg could easily bring out a 3rd creature zone, but he's going to not do that. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't have had enough stars. That would have been bad. But Seed Blaster takes that, and everybody becomes a Gaius creature. So what is Nova plotting with that? He's gonna bring out Knopf, and it looks like that was not really his plan. Now, I will say one issue is that he probably has a second copy of both of these cards. Or not Skelligast. Another copy of Skelequeen. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad. But yeah. So Nov is going to sit here, waiting to be killed by Bonbeak, because that's what can happen. Of course, Nov can always be reimbursed. Really curious to see what Luweg has in plot. And he's going to bring out Guster. No, he's going to do that. Because he probably has an activated activator, which would allow him to just kind of refute that because of the lack of a second resource zone. So this is kind of a losing battle for Nova. He's got 6 stars to his name. He's going to bring out Gla. And this is actually going to be a decent combo, as it's at least going to remove a bit of that thickening that's been going on. But he can't really do too much about the Bonbeak. And he can't draw his cards right now. And he's going to bring out another resource zone. And he's going to pass. And this could spell the end. But he doesn't have a Guster, so that is going to at least do that. And actually, that's going to set him no response, which is going to set him at 19. Forgot tree. He's going to add 2. He's going to add 3. He's at 1 card right now. How is Nova going to come back from this one? He's probably going to have to just do a Hail Mary to get even close to controlling the board, because right now Trollogram is circumventing any chance of getting these guys off in a single turn, basically, unless he brings out Galaxy Crash. But of course that's not like a attacking way. And Luweg is at match point. So what in the world is going on with Luweg, or with Nova, because he just passed? Okay. So that would be game. And Nova is thinking. I'm confused, to say the least, because also once he runs out of those cards, guess what? It's GG's. Once they pass, he has one more turn to basically. So he basically has to do a. He has to pull a lethal. A 11-point lethal. And how is Nova going to even do this? So Planetary Field is going to come out. We know what the last card is. It's going to be the Floating Rock. He's got to have Galaxy Crash. Or maybe he doesn't. What in the world? How is he even planning to do this? 7 cards to his name. There's always the possibility that the other guy has, that Luweg has some sort of counter. What is Nova thinking? So, okay, so that would have been the Brock wouldn't of it. Does he really not have Galaxy Crash? Wow. If that is what it is, that would be kind of insane, honestly. Cause that's just such a staple card, and especially for this, Palfam gonna come out, and what is it gonna do? It's going to send back Bonbeak. and Phantom Matter gonna come out. And what is he gonna take? Probably Skelequeen. Wouldn't be too surprised. Skelequeen, yep. Oh my goodness, what in the... So that sets him at 7 points right now. Like, let's do the math here. So 7 math is 7. He's removed 1 creature. He is taken that, and there we go. And that's... Huh? But that's not match point. That's 8 points. No. That won't work. His plan failed because I think he forgot about the match, about the deck out rule. He must have forgot about, and he probably has a Galaxy. He hasn't even. Yeah, GG. Wow, what a crazy game. And we are on to game 2. Nova is gonna choose second, which is not surprising. Wow, what a first game, honestly. I will tell you, it's hard to get to that point where you're at match point, you are near deck out. I don't know what Nova was really thinking in that point. I definitely feel like that 8-point swing would have been so beneficial, especially if he had that AAA. That would have ended the game a lot sooner. But I can see where he was going from. Like, he wanted to see if he could have a better chance. But of course, Luweg just was able to pull off a couple of those Skull Gas combos. And now, starting this turn, we see Luweg immediately putting a creature down. Not something that you see often. But of course, just a creature down. And now, Bonbeak is going to go in for the immediate swing. I will say that isn't a bad decision. Interesting. Or was that first turn? I might have, like, not seen, like, 2 turns pass with them just, like, gaining stars, but oh well. I don't think they changed their sideboards, did they? Did they change their decks? Here, let me... Okay, so Nova definitely changed its deck. And Luweg might have... I mean, I guess you could say that they both did that maybe to trick the player into thinking, you know, they did change cards. I could see the reason in that. And right now, Bonbeak is just kind of chipping some points, doing some chip points. But now Nova is gonna try to go full combo and aggro, maybe. I don't know what he's thinking. Because Nova is kind of opting to play it slow, just, you know, throw zone a turn. And Bonbeak is just chipping away. So now let's see what Nova Bottom does. Thorgabork. Not the most admirable move. Second resource zone. Like, I don't see why you would put Thorgabork just because, like... I mean, yeah, for the card draw, of course, but, you know, it would have been nice to kill something. And now Luweg is going to bring out something else. and that's not helpful for Nova. As whether or not the Thorngobork gets the thing, Luweg is going to try to take some points. Plus, he has plenty of stars. Plenty to work with. I wish I could read the chat right now. Because there's probably like 1 or 2 people going insane in the chat right now. I apologize. So, double Bonbeak. Wacky move, but I am down to see it. There we go. Thorngobort's going to pull off that ability. Plus Beast of the Black Hole, but that's going to get errated. I can't speak. I can never speak, honestly. That's why I commentate, so that I can practice speech. I don't know why he brought out the beast. I mean, like, I know why, you know, trying to save himself from 2 points, but also that's kind of a waste to get rid of. Well, okay, that could have been a strategy just to get rid of this for future. You could see that. And Temagrob's coming out to just basically do what Beast of the Black Hole would have done. And now but now there's gonna be a Bonbeak ability bonanza. 2 cards killed from the galaxy, which would be Skelgast and what else? It could be a Skull Queen. Could be a Wacko-Man to get that extra card draw. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. Is anybody else watching? Nobody else is watching. Oh, but the Skull Queen comes out. Not surprising. Interesting. Well, I mean, of course, he's probably going to use some combo. He probably has, like, Forces of Justice. Wouldn't be too surprising. Luweg opting to do nothing. Instead, just gaining stars. With Temagrob still sitting there. Of course, once he attacks, you know, he'll kill himself. But instead, going to do that. Of course, Sapling doesn't activate its ability, but I can see why that happened. So now it's 3 points for Nova. Luweg gonna just... Okay, yep. And that's gonna bring in... Oh, and that's gonna bring in the for sale sign, which is going to try and take advantage of this Temagrob. Nova considering probably something. Considering whether or not he wants to do something with it. Planetary Field comes out. And although I will say that he could have just let it attack just to kill one's own card. Mystical Relic coming out. Help About goes right into the discard, and Gla is going to move into the back of the deck, which is going to cost him one of those combos, but he already has like 6 combos, so I'm not like, I don't think that was a terrible decision. And he has Pelfam. Oh, and now Nova is going to be able to actually take the lead. So maybe Planetary Field was a decent option, as it had just at least allowed that to happen. And also got rid of the for sale sign. And now Luweg is going to throw in the Universe Boundary, which I don't know what that's going to do, but it's going to do something pretty neato. And that's going to kill Whack-A-Man, which is a fine move. And Bone Ladder is going to bring out, which is going to get the Skullgas combo a chuggin'. So then that means that he has Forces of Justice and he also has Bone Ladder. Interesting. And Erratic Void is actually going to remove that Skelequeen. Probably just hoping to do that. I wonder if he had Bone Ladder in his sideboard. Probably not, just because he had plenty of cards in his deck. So I bet he had that in his deck, just never used it. Which is pretty impressive, because that's just one of many options to bring out your Skullgas combo. Now Luweg is going to bring out double Resource Zone. But actually, considering everything, Nova has actually used most of his activation things. So I don't know if activation activated activator is going to be pretty useful anymore. Seed Blaster going to come out, and that's an interesting move, because that means that if Seed Blaster attacks, then it'll... Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Huh. I don't know. I think I'm thinking too hard about like Seed Blaster doing like some crazy shenanigans with its ability, but I'm pretty sure that Nova doesn't have that purpose right now. Probably that's just a way to protect Temagrob from killing anything. Of course, Luweg does not have Trollogram out right now, so that's definitely helping Nova keep some decent control. But Bone Ladder is going to come out, the second one, and that's going to once again start the combo. And unfortunately, Nova just doesn't have much of any other activators, I would think. So let's see what he does. Oh, and a third... Wait, what? Plot twist. Third creature zone. And he brings out his own Temagrob. Wow. Okay. Alright. And the Trollogram, making like the ultimate combo. So Temagrob's going to attack first, which is of course going to kill the Seed Blaster. Oh, wait, okay. I was dumb. Seed Blaster only activates after. So now everybody's a Gaius card. Luweg's gonna get a free attack. And now it becomes pretty clear what he's going to want to do. So now he's going to take out the Temagrov. Or he's going to take control of the Temagrov. I'm dumb. Which is actually probably the better decision instead of taking these guys. Or taking, sorry, just taking Skullgast. Man, I do not know Seed Blaster's ability well. But Temagrob is going to allow him to wipe the board. Except for the Trollogram. Of course, he's just going to get rid of that, which is actually very helpful, as that means that we don't have to see that one ever again. Although I wouldn't be too surprised if Luweg does have double Trollogram. Man, this feels like professional commentary where they're not looking at the comments. I feel so sad right now. I think looking at comments while you're commentating is actually kind of decent, especially for a card game, because fast-paced games, I can understand why you don't want to look at the chat. I mean, you would look at it in between games. I should have looked at it after this game. As long as there's a third game. Goodness gracious. Because right now, Luweg has done another perfect thing, just swinging it out, because... Wait a sec. What did he even do? Oh, yeah, they were still on the board this whole time. So now Nova... I don't know what his thoughts are. Does he might have half of a combo that he just can't use. He's gonna bring out, what is he gonna bring out? Is that okay, interesting. So he's gonna do that to take control of Skelequeen. And I'm guessing he's gonna try, I hope that he's going to throw something else out to really make this combo, this really work. Is he gonna bring out the Omniplanetary, or not? He doesn't even have to do that. He can bring out the Lighthouse and bring both of everything, but he's opting to just stick with the Skullgast because, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. You can just get rid of that, I guess. And so that must be another card from Luweg's sideboard. What an interesting play, as we see Deep Space Lighthouse effectively counter this. Interesting. Oh wait, but that's all creatures. Interesting. That was actually a smart play by Luweg. Because Skelequeen didn't go into a battle zone, so that... Oh. Oh. Okay. Good that we got that kerfuffle out of the way. I think. Here comes your obligatory match debate. Okay, well now it's over, hopefully. I don't know what it is, but I feel like every match that I've ever seen, there's some sort of debate that goes on. Charge Blaster is gonna come out. Or wait, what? That was whack. Oh wait, no, he killed the Skeleton Queen, right? No? Huh? Okay. Trollogram is going to go into hand. Charge Blaster is... So both of those removal... Or, that was a removal option taken away. And then Abomination Tomb is actually going to go to the bottom of the deck, which is interesting because... Well, I can see why. You don't need that until, like, last ditch effort. And Droplet Saws is going to come out, and that's going to be an easy 5 points for Luweg. So that's gonna leave Nova in a pretty difficult position once again. Now Luweg has taken a pretty good lead. And he's facing this, but he's gonna bring out the Phantom Matter. Which is gonna take out Temagrob. Good play. You brought now Temagrob is gonna come in. He's gonna bring in another Paddle Zone, which means he's gonna bring out Thorgabork. Nice. And now Thorgabork is gonna go in for a single point. Let's go. Nice. So now Luweg is looking at dealing with these two guys, and the thing is, I think that Luweg has so many options. He might not in his hand, but he has so many options, like Palfam, to get rid of this pretty easily. Wait a sec. Oh yeah, okay. Just fact checking. And Forces of Justice is gonna bring out the Skelligast, which will probably do something. Oh, and Charge Blaster comes out to try to finish this game off. And I wouldn't be too surprised. Oh, but no Skelligast combo, which would have been game. He was probably just testing, dipping his toes. But Omniplanning Top Hat comes out to kill the Pelfam with the Super Flooper. In this position, I would think that Nova should probably go full aggro, maybe play something out if he has it. And there comes the activated activator. Now they're both at 3 cards, which I think is pretty interesting. With Nova at the slight advantage simply because he's got Super Flooper on the board. But also Luweg is able to bring out that Skull Gas combo again. Probably looking to do lethal this turn. And I could definitely see that happening. And that could be game 2 for Luweg, which would mean that Luweg would be able to go back up. But Scully Queen... Oh, wait, did he... Oh, my bad. He did not... Oh, wait, no. That is it. Okay, I'm confused. So, wait, is he going to bring out the Skelly Gassed and going to bring out double... Oh, he might do that. Bring out double Queen. Trollogram coming out. And that's going to spell Doom for Super Flooper. And Starpath's going to come out because he's got plenty of stars to work with. Probably considering how many cards he wants to actually draw, though. He has enough, and he's going to draw 2. He has enough for, like 4. But that would be unoptimal. Let's see what he can do with these new cards. Or maybe he just got, like, really bad cards and that spells end. We'll see. So right now, Luweg is in a pretty nice position right now, being able to have, like, Skelly Queen's going to be able to sit there with 2 hits, but Pelfam is going to come in, and that's 3 points for Nova. And now we're at the point where both of them are at a pretty tight area. Both of them could easily hit lethal, but Luweg has the turn right now. So we'll see if Luweg has enough stamina to bring out the lethal, and that, like I'm telling you, he might do something as simple as like, oh wait, actually he doesn't have enough stars to bring out both Skelligast and Skelliqueen. Oh, from his hand, but from what Skelliqueen can go there for the Skelligast, because if I'm correct, he did do the Forces of Justice, so I'm wondering what he's thinking right now. Of course, to have lethal, he would have to have both of those cards down here, and then he would have to like remove this somehow, and that would be match point. Unless Nova had something like Point Turret, and Point Turret would actually spell game for Nova. So I'm pretty interested to see what Luweg does here. This is a very tense match. The last game, I think, was also kind of tense, but also Nova kind of lost it at the end, so. But Luweg is going to bring out the Skelligast combo, and does he have any sort of removal? Okay. So that's going to do that. Now Nova, don't know what he's thinking right now. Maybe I'm right. Maybe he has the point turret, thinking about throwing that up. And he does. Which is going to put him just 1 point ahead. He has used one activator. I don't know if he has two. They might both only have one, which wouldn't be too abnormal. So now let's see what happens. And look at that. For sale sign going onto the Skullgast. And Super Flooper coming out. Is this game? And that's game. Guys, that is game 2. Wow, what a match. Whew. That was pretty spicy, if I say so myself. One that once again came down to the wire. But Nova pulled through. What an amazing match. Oh, come on. Please, let me in. Aha. It is even. 2 people have voted. Let's go. I know, right, Diamond? Of course, you might not be watching. Anyways. Sweet. So that's game 2, and we're on to game 3. Wow. Give me a moment. All right. Nova really wants to throw right now. That would be personally, I would not be in favor of that, but you do you, I guess. So Droplet Squad is going to do a similar thing to Bonbeak, in which just going to try... Luweg's just going to try to do some chip damage. But Nova going to go full aggro with Seed Blaster. I mean, I wouldn't call that aggro, but, you know, just go straight in and counter that. Which is probably I'd say that's probably a decent answer. You know, if you're going to put any card down to remove something, it would probably be Seed Blaster. Luweg opting to do nothing and swing Seed Blaster, getting a chip point. So whoever wins this, of course, goes on to Secret. And Secret, as we all know, is like the 15-year-old mastermind. Pretty crazy guy. He knows his stuff really well. And Nova actually lost from him, so it'll be interesting to see if Nova can... I mean, it would be so super crazy to win against Secret, because... like Nova to win against Secret, or Luweg even, because then that would cause a bracket reset, which would be absolutely insane. And here we go, Cyberman Sindel. I have not seen this card out, but oh my goodness. So I'm pretty sure this is probably his second option bring out Cerebrum and just kind of whack and just kind of slap Gaius in the knee. Of course, he only has like one battle zone, but in an epic move, Gluck comes out just to remove this powerful guy. Of course, now Cerebram's gonna bring out Bonbeak, and Bonbeak is a interesting choice. Could have brought out Skelligas or something like that. I don't know. But Gaius, but Nova's gonna bring Gaius' ability out. Probably, yep, for throwing a Bork. And what an interesting first few turns. Gonna bring out the for sale sign. Gonna use spoons. Okay, this might be lagging for me because like all this happening in like 1 second is kind of weird. But Noff going to be discarded. I don't even know what just happened. What? So Noff is discarded. Something was in there. Probably activation, activator in hand. For sale sign with the Bonbeak is gonna get in a single point. Don't know what happened there with untap, but okay. So now they're pretty even, but Nova's a single point down. Yo guys, have you heard of the Chaos Galaxy sale that's gonna happen on the Game Crafter like in March? Or well, it's not just Chaos Galaxy, but it'll be part of it. I'm pretty excited because that means that I could probably pick up like 10 packs of 5th set for like, well, hopefully the boxes will be discounted. Hopefully the boxes will come out by them. Oh my goodness. It's been a month, hasn't it? Like we haven't even gotten the boxes, right? Zach probably hasn't even gotten, I mean, it's likely that Zach hasn't gotten his package yet. That would be the best guess. Yeah, but I could buy a ton of Chaos Galaxy and open it all and pray that nothing was misprinted or something. But we'll see what happens. Helbabelp gonna come out. First time that we've seen this actually being used with this guy. I think I actually had a deck. I had a idea for a deck. Oh, look at that. Searching for the Omniplanetary to get rid of that. And Nova is just going full aggro. He is just banging. And Planetary... Well, activation... Okay, well, that was a misplay. RIP. Oof. That's fine. But look at that. And I kind of really like this because it's kind of the same thing that you want to do with, as I learned from Diamond Deploy, it's kind of the same thing you want to do with Barrow aggro. Of course, this isn't really an aggro deck, but where you kind of just fake him out. Of course, this is probably just more because he's gotten good cards and is just able to go full force. But interesting. 5 points. So Luweg is in a pretty awkward position. 7 stars. Nothing like a single creature zone. Nova's filled to the brim. He's already used his Beast of the Black Hole to no avail. Of course, he can do anything as simple as bringing back Bonbeak. I think that's something he needs to consider, just to stall That would be a last option stall. If not, he has some sort of removal. What I think is the most interesting about all these games is how none of them have. Oh, well, no, I should. Only Nova has used his Galaxy Crash once. Other than that, I don't think there's been much of any Galaxy Crashes. Could be either that they're at the bottom of their decks, or I don't know, they just didn't play it, which would be kind of funny. So Luweg is looking to use Universe Boundary, which is a pretty interesting move. Maybe trying to get more options by killing another Wacko-Man. Maybe killing one of the Skeleton cards so that he can set up the combo. Skeleton Queen in particular. But instead it's going to be Orbov as some sort of protection. I think one thing, and then another thing like that Luweg could probably do is bring out the Trollogram to annoy the heck out of Nova. But we'll see what happens. And speaking of Trollogram, I'd like to point out how effective Trollogram is, even though it's a permanent resource. First of all, it's just a good card in general. But second of all, I don't think much of us realize how powerful permanent resources, as long as they have a type of ability that can be used effectively, like Trollogram, how powerful they can become. Like as long as nobody cares about permanent resources, because think about how many options you have to remove permanent resources, and Bondbeak is going to do that, which interesting play, using the raw thing of like you have to kill a card if interesting. Oh wait, no, never mind. Bondbeak is just kill itself, and then Bondbeak to bring out Skullgast into the deck. That was actually probably a pretty good decision. And now Thunderbolt's gonna get out to kill that for Noff. Or wait, yeah, so that he can get the Glah. Now he's gonna go in for another 6 points. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so how many options do you even have? So you have the option of removing it through sending it back into the hand, which is like Pelfam. You could use... What else could you use? You could use like stuff like just a zone card, killing a zone card ability. And look at that, actually. Okay, that's fantastic. Nova's ability goes through, or Nova's attack goes through. Nova's just... This is not a good position for Luweg. Of course, Nova isn't near like the super lethal zone yet. He's getting close. I mean, right now he is able to get game right now, like with his current positioning. But like to have a more solidified way to get lethal, because Luweg's probably gonna bring out something to try to force these guys off, which looks like it's gonna be the Skullgast combo. Or not. No, I'm dumb, because Skullgast, he doesn't even have Skull Queen yet. He's gonna bring out Bombbeak instead, which is actually not a bad idea. And there goes the Trollogram. I kind of love that card, though. It's kind of fire, honestly. It kind of only works for this deck just because it has a lot of really good creatures that are under 90 health. And like I honestly, if there's any like the best cards that have under 90 health are the Skeleton cards. That's like the best cards currently. So Nova is going to use Star Path to gain some more juice. He still has Super Flooper, which could do some wonders. But now Luweg has kind of set himself up to be a pretty iron-fisted thing with his trollograms being able to protect his cards, and Orbov sitting there just as a secondary option, as well as any removal he has in his hand. So now Nova looks to be chipping away a bit, but Luweg's immediately going to stop that with a KO, which is pretty effective. Probably got that from the sideboard. Probably just got like a single one to deal with something like that. Maybe two. Although I wouldn't see why you would use two. I don't know. I didn't make these decks, which is probably good. I don't think I'm the best at deck building. Holy crap, what the heck? Rewind Wormhole. Hey. Okay. Huh. Okay. And that's going to set Nova back. Nova is not going to respond to that. Of course, that is also going to set Luweg back just a bit. What an interesting play. I did not expect Rewind Wormhole to come out of Luweg's deck. Huh. Luweg, I don't know. That's the craziest card to have in your deck. Galaxy Crash coming out, wiping the entire board. Von Beat going to activate its ability though, which is going to allow Skeleton Queen to come on there, which is gonna, of course, make it easy for the combo to happen. Start chugging away. And what is what? And we get Galdora's box. What? I'm dumbfounded. And Thorngeborg's gonna come out. Did Nova like specifically build this entire deck for Sindel? And did Luweg build this entire deck? I don't even know. Like what was going on in these guys' sideboards this entire time? Like what was happening? They were having a party. They were like chugging that alcohol. It was like 90 degrees. What? I don't know how water got into my eyes, but water got into my eyes. Like that's like emotionally insane. And again, this shows because there's so few permanent resource removal options, like putting the card back into your hand. Like what? This is okay. So now Nova's just gonna be chipping away. I'm speechless, man. So yeah, Luweg is in a really, really hard position. Not being able to use that combo. I mean, getting rid of that Skelligast is devastating. my gosh. Wow. I mean, Luweg has a ton of cards in his hand, so he probably has at least two options. He can at least get something on there. Of course, he doesn't. It's not like a huge emergency right now because Nova doesn't have too much on the board. But next turn, he could easily throw another giant creature and bing a bong bong. And Guster's gonna come out just to simply annoy Nova, but the Thorgaborg ability is still gonna go. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off. Get rid of the resource zone, get another card. Nova looking to bring the resource zone back. Interested to see what happens. He only has 3 stars to his name. How long has this been? Oh my goodness, it's already been an hour and a half. All right. Probably mid-late game right now. And oh my goodness. Omniplanetary, top hat, super flooper, looking to do something. Is he gonna alt? And there we go. 5 points. Nova making some insane plays right now. I'm very, very proud. Like, Galdor's box is like one of the smartest moves ever for this entire thing. Like, this has shut down so many options for Luweg right now. Like, right now, his options right now are removal, an inactivator or something to counter these guys, or to have just some sort of creature to put down and throw at them. This is really difficult. And now Nova's just basically at match point. I don't even know if he has a second rewind wormhole. If he does, that would actually kind of be crazy, though. Maybe not in his hand, but that would be kind of crazy. I mean, I knew that rewind wormhole was a playable card, like a card that's technically just helpful for some decks. But dang. He hasn't even used his Temagrab. Even if he has it, I don't even know if he has it in his deck right now. Big think. How do you even do that? I didn't know these settings existed. Okay, now I'm getting sidetracked. And here comes Pelfam. And that's going to be how Galadora's box flies back, I would think. Or no, it could be as simple as, there we go. Just bringing that out. And Phantom Matter is going to come out bringing out Thornaborg. Of all cards, you would think Super Flooper just to get rid of, although, no, that makes sense. Thornaborg comes out. And that is going to be how Luweg barely scrapes by and is able to at least get some juice flowing. Unless, of course, Nova is going to use a AAA, which would probably spell the end. We'll see, though. No response though. Everything is taken aback. But I think that was not a terrible decision, as Sapling Squads is able to activate and at least give Nova a lot of stars to hopefully bring off some sort of crazy combo. He has plenty of cards to do so. And there we go. Pelfam is destroyed. Oh, wait. What? Huh? Okay. Yeah, so Pelfam comes in. What does one mean? Okay. Oh, okay. And oh my goodness. Is that game? That's game. Oh man. And oh my goodness, Luweg bricked up. Luweg actually bricked up. Wow. I could, yeah. That. Wow. Um. What a crazy match. The first match was done by Luweg, but Nova pulled through with a very close second game and then an aggro game to just absolutely wipe Luweg, along with Luweg just breaking up, of course. That was a fantastic match. Let's see what the audience has to say, if anything. Nothing. So, look at that. Nova wins. GG. Start pass, make deck. That's insane. Nova definitely knows how to play this game really well. I'll tell you that. But of course, now he has to face Secret. All right. Wow. All right, that's it for guys. I'll see you next time. I don't know when I'm gonna stream more Splatoon. I should play Splatoon more. I haven't been playing Splatoon. I'm kind of like not. Yeah. Yeah. Since the okay, wait. I was just curious. So you can click, but you can't really do anything. I don't know why you can do that. Dang. hopefully me or Quasar is gonna be streaming, or both. If Quasar actually like gets on, but hopefully that the championship will be streamed. Maybe we'll see a back reset, but I mean, Secret is a very formidable opponent, and since Nova already lost, it's gonna require a lot of thinking to get that through. A lot of thonk. Dang. I think that's gonna be it. I think I'll just end right now. It's been a good hour and a half. You can read the chat. This is just for like reading chat's sake. Record that. Lovely. All right. Yeah. I don't really want to wait this up, but okay. Whoops. All right. That's it, guys. See you guys later. Bye.